All right, oh, better than drop that on me. But let me show you what's going on with this beautiful house right here. So they have 2 AC units for this house. I think the ACs are cooling fine, but they're having a bunch of zone issue where some dampers are not opening and closing. And see what we got here. We got a train, nice train unit here. Yeah, this removing heat. I got some areas on this one right here. Yeah, it's cooling. So I haven't been in the attic yet. So I'm gonna go in the attic and find out. Cause I think they had them old style Honeywell dampers, I'm not sure. And those dampers are obsolete. So I told them might well just upgrade and replace all of them. We got another unit we'll check out on this side of the house. Yeah. Beautiful pool back there. Man, that's what I want. Something like this one day, folks. People don't want to pay a service charge. I want something like this one day, and you don't even want to pay me a service fee to come out and troubleshoot all this stuff, folks. Come on now. All right, so let's see if we can get some footage. This is some zone dampers on the AC system that's getting stuck, I think. Some of them getting stuck and some of them actually not closing at all or not closing all the way. No, I was wrong, folks. At least on this end right here, these dampers are, see that one closed. Wow, this unit ain't freezing up. Okay, so let's see if we can find out why this one unhooked. Make sure we ain't had no mess. Okay, we got master bedroom is zone 1. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. This should be cooling, but it's 80-some degrees up in there. As y'all can see, except for now, when I first got here, this was dialed down to 56. I put it back to 72, but it's 78 up here, so that's master. Should be calling for it. Oh, excuse me.
That's all right.
All right.
I snuck in here and got some.
Nah, no problem. All right. So, master bedroom is zone 1. We know this one right here is zone 1. I wish these was marked. Alright, so we got 3 zones. So master bedroom. Must be right here. We got one going there, yeah. So this is my master bedroom right here. This box here, which goes right here. Bam, master bedroom. See it closed? Alright. So the LED should be lit up red also. Which they use 3 wire. Cause when it's open, it should be turned green. So this telling me it's not getting a signal if it's not red. All right, and you see this one is red and it's closed. All right, so we can kind of find out what that thermostat might just be satisfied. Which one is that? That's gonna be open area or the study. All right, you can see zone. Should be zone 2. Now 2 and 3. Now we hurry up and find out which one is 3 probably. Guess I'm not a zone somewhere. That's what this for right here. That's just a bypass. Alright, so we're gonna try to find out why we're not getting the signal right here. See, since this is not green, and this is my master bedroom, it's not green, so it's not calling for it. So that tells me something could be wrong with the thermostat. Okay. So I'm gonna get a meter and we're gonna check so zone 1. Zone 1 thermostat is right here. So we'll just get a meter and see if we calling right here. Alright, so I just go from common to Y1. And we'll see if it's calling for zone 1. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna check 24 volts. Remember I got the thermostat set to 72. It's 78 degrees in that space. Zone 1 should be green. It's not green. So we're gonna check pressure here. First see if we got 24 volts right here. As you can see, I got 25 volts, that's good. Leave one lead on common. Let's go to Y1 right here. So I'm getting 1 volt at Y1. Let's go to green. And I'm getting 2. So I don't think the thermostat doing that. Okay. So it's zone 2. See, it's lit up green. That's found zone 2, which is right here. You see, since it's calling for, we should get 24 volts right there. Thermostat. As you can see, zone 2, I'm getting 25 volts. So it's still calling for it. That unit probably running all the time. Yeah, so zone 2 is calling for it. I think that's in the study. So let's go downstairs at the thermostat. Find out why we're not getting the signal to zone 1. We're not getting the signal here. That should be red. So that tells me I don't think nothing wrong with the control board, because we got 24 volts, but I'm not getting the signal. Alright, so this one right here, see 72, I should be getting a signal right here. Okay. Alright, so that's off the wall. Let's see how we do this though. Just the two on these times. I'm going red, common. Alright, so from red to common, I'm getting, see 24 volts down here. So I'm gonna run and get a thermostat wire and just jump. That's how I troubleshoot mine. I'm gonna jump, cause I know I'm getting 24 volts from the transformer down here. So all I'm gonna do is take out the red, take out the white, take out the green. If it turn that damper on, I know I got a bad stack. Alright, so I have a used thermostat that I'm just gonna put on here real quick. I got it in my truck. As long as there ain't nothing wrong with the base. The bases are S2. It's the same. Let's see, yeah. So I'm just gonna stick this on here and see what happens. It's not on here right, Alright, so it's not really mounted right, but we just want to see if we get some action because we got voltage. So it's on weight right now. This thermostat still reading the truck temperature. So it's on weight right now. Let's see what it'll do. And if I turn the fan on, see what it'll do. Last time when you turn the fan on. I got another circuit collar for fan. Anyway, we're gonna. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for this 5-minute delay to come back and I'll check back with you. Alright, so I'm still waiting on this thermostat to call. I just picked my head up there in the attic. I do know it's a thermostat because we have LED at the damper now. Like I say, but it's just in wait mode. See, so I know it's gonna turn green when it do call. 'Cause at least we got LED now. All right. See, it's just not calling for it right now. All right, so I just wait to verify that one open. Oh, that's an EWC. I thought that was Honeywell. I got Honeywell dampers and an EWC control board. That's an EW. That's a Honeywell control board. So originally, they had an EWC board up here probably. Upgraded to Honeywell. So I just need to go back on here like this. Like I say, I'm really confident it is my stat. That stat's still in wait mode. So I'm gonna quote them on a new stat for sure. Let me see here. Why this W1 not plugged up? We got W2 plugged up. Still not calling for it. Like I said, that was a used thermostat. I really don't know what's wrong with it. Usually I put a mark on my thermostat. When they broke in cool mode, I usually throw them away. Yeah, I don't want that unit to freeze up though. But we got one zone calling, so should be good. Too hot to be waiting on it, dog. I'm gonna go to the other end. I'm gonna do one at a time. All right, folks. So it just clicked on. So it's calling for cool now. Long 5 minutes when you're hot. All right. So it should be calling for it. Still closed. Thermostat calling for it. Should be calling for it. That's zone 1. Alright, zone 1. Whenever that's green light right there. I don't know. Should be calling for it. Let's make sure we got good connection. Alright, so the camera getting too hot, but I think we're getting loose connection or something because I'm not gonna put a request in to replace this because it's opening up. As soon as I start touching this wire right here and tracing it along, As you can see, you see it right here. And I think it just probably had a loose connection right there. So I'm gonna get my wire cutter and I'm gonna clean all this up. I'm gonna go find out why this W1 is out also. But let me let that master bedroom cool down for a little while first, cause all this needs to be cleaned up really. All right, look, see, cut off again. I'm gonna clean these wires up. See if we can get a better connection. All right, HVAC people, so on this next video here, on this property here, they have zone system. They have probably about 6 thermostats. And the homeowner not sure that, you know, some zones are opening and closing, or some thermostat may not be reading correctly. Some zones are warmer than the other ones. So shout out to Ellie Tech. They have sent me some of these data loggers. Got a box of data loggers, about 10 single-use data loggers that I'm gonna mount or place at each thermostat. And maybe about a week or time, we're gonna monitor the temperature 24/7 in those rooms. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what zones are not opening and closing. I already pretty much troubleshoot the unit. I'm actually also replacing 3 of the dampers, which is right over here. Replacing 3 of the Honeywell zone dampers. Got them right here. It's the M84-7D zone. So I got about 3 of these I'm gonna replace. So once I replace them, I'm gonna go ahead and monitor the zones also to make sure that I did solve that problem, because I did find out which zone was getting stuck. All right, so it probably take me about a week to complete this video once I get the data logger installed and take all the data. All right, HVAC people, thanks for watching. Anybody interested in those data loggers, I will be leaving links in the description if you'd like to purchase some. All right, because they can be stored in like food container, food store, walk-in coolers, freezers. They got a wide temperature range that you can store them at. Dampers here. Replace 3 of them. So we got just the damper. All right. So these dampers, just 3 wires. Optional 3rd wire. Need at least 2. If I have enough wire, I might go ahead and do 3. We got 3. We have a green light when it's open. All right. So depending how much wire I have, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the power off on the system. Find the disconnect. All right, so there's no disconnect box up here, so we're just gonna be careful. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is just remove, this is just a 2 wire right here, so I'm not gonna be able to run 3 wire. Right now, this damper is currently in the open position. So to remove these, you'll use your service wrench or your service key. Light blinded me. seen it with 2 pieces like this. Alright, I usually use the one that come off of here. Alright, so I'm gonna run to get my tool bag. I can see somebody. I don't think this is the original screw that come with this. Somebody put that on there. So let me get something to take that off. Alright. So I'll just take that and unloosen this. Alright. So now I can see that that damper is still open. Okay. So I don't know if you see it right here, but it has a little hole. You just stick this in that little hole right there, and it's gonna mount right on your shaft. Alright, you can see I'm in the open position. So that's pretty much done. So now I'll just take my little set screw, put it on there. Now, this should be long enough. That's the one it comes with. I guess if you need a longer one, they put this extra one in here for it. You need another Allen wrench though. Alright, so we get that nice and tight. Alright, so it ain't coming up. Alright, so on this one here, I don't know if I stated in my earlier video, but they got 2 bedrooms that this wire is split into that they're not using as much. So I'm not gonna put a bleeder on there because I can set this bleeder to 0, 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna leave it at 0. Cause this one right here, I think is an office they spend more time in. So if I put a bleeder on any one of them, I like to keep this room, with cool air all the time. So I'm gonna set this bleeder to 0. Right? Got a bypass on here, but all right. So I'm gonna set that to 0. All right. Now go ahead and hook this one up. We're gonna have 2 wires. So I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna go white on M1 and red on M6, like this one. This is an older Honeywell, but you can see red is on M6 on all of them. Red, M6, and M1. Yeah. Red, M6, and M1. And that's gonna be on all of them, so good on that. These must be daisy chain. Got 3 zones. Okay, so this one is double right here, as you can see. Got 2 wires. All right. So, like I say, we'll just make sure red is on M6. White is on M1. All right. This is done. All right. And then, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and hook all of them up. As you can see, it's open. We had 3 wires this right here be green. Once it closes, it'll turn red. We'll verify that once we hook all of them up. Okay. So try to go to that back side. Got plenty of room to work with up here. So this one here has 3 wires on here. So we might be able to have a green LED on this one. Let's see. And I have to make sure that this one is even compatible with my zone damper right here, because this one right here might this is an XC1. I should have verified this first, but I think this shaft might be a little bigger. So if that's the case, if this is a 10-inch duct right here, I would just have to order the whole actuator plus or motor plus damper, which is no problem. This one first. Yeah, so these damper, these are smaller, so I'm not even going to take this one off. It's not going to work. All right. Yeah, so since this isn't working, I'm not going to charge the customer for this one. I'm just going to charge them replacing 2. And then, because it'd be more for me to get the damper. So we'll just wait till that one break all the way. If it break all the way, I quote them on a new one. Right here. So on this one, I'm just gonna use the old shaft. I like these because they're longer. That other one didn't have it on there though. Alright, so get that on that nice and snug. So red, we got M6. 6. Light M1. Alright, so that's that. So we got those hooked up. Like I say, this shaft right here is going to be a lot bigger. So that whole damper going to have to be replaced. So at least we got 2 out of 3. Alright. Alright folks, so this system actually just started calling for it. The only zone should be open is 3 because you do not have LEDs on 1 and 2. As you can see, this one is starting to close and the red light is actually hooked up. This one is closing and that one is open. Right. So if I follow that one right there that goes down there. See y'all, look, that red. So we got one zone that's open, that is zone 3, so they are functioning properly. Alright. Like I say that, because when we got here, remember these were closed. Remember, I set this one to 1, so it can only close to 1. It's not going to go all the way to 0, because I do want to keep some kind of airflow in there. Like a lot of air blowing out of here. Alright, train, got a lot of air gaps there. Get the door on there pretty good. That's a lot of air. Let me see if I can put a piece of tape or something on that door. Alright folks, let's see if we can install some data loggers now. Alright, so now we're going to go to each thermostat and install these data loggers. Come 10 in a pack. Alright, so got the directions. Okay, so start the logger, hold for 5 seconds. Set mark, push 2 times. Status request 1 time. Recording, okay, so we just want to hold this for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see, if the LED does not flash 5 times when you start the logger, please do not use. I think it did 5 times. Starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, can you go? Hey, good morning.
Do you need some lights turned on?
I got this light right here. I'm good. How you doing this morning?
Okay.
I'm gonna install some of these data loggers.
That might help a little bit.
Yeah, thank you.
You can turn it on anywhere, even though it's not, hasn't been turned on. It's
Okay,
turn on
so this one did blink 5 times, so I'm gonna set that right there. I think that other one did too, but I'm gonna set it to the side. Alright, 1. Yes. So I'll tell you about it. I was able to install 2 of the 3, but the 3rd one is actually working, but it has a bigger shaft. But since it's working, we'll just go ahead and leave it. If it ever goes out, we'll replace it. Because I got to replace the whole damper. It's a 10-inch damper. You have to replace the whole damper because the actuator don't come with the dampers. So as long as it's working, we'll just monitor. If it goes out, I'll just purchase the whole damper plus the actuator. Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to leave it for now?
Yeah, just leave it for now because it's working. I verified it.
Which one was it? So
all right, so this will be number 2. I'm going to hold it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. All right, so it blinked 5 times. That's ready. Bro, getting too hot. We on the inside. 5 seconds. We got 5 blinks. Sometimes if they don't fit on here, you see they have somewhere you can nail it, or they can actually just be like right here too. You don't have to be actually on it. All right, so this is that master bedroom that I wanted to monitor. As you see, it is reaching set point 75, so I think we good on this one after I fix those connections. But we're gonna put a monitor right here as well. This is a good one to have a monitor on. All right, so I think that's good for this area. You got 3 here. That's 1, 2, 3. All right, so we got 2 more. All right, HVAC people, so I got all those monitors so I got the actuators installed. Some people call them motors. We got data loggers on all the thermostats. So hopefully I can give you some updates on the monitoring that I'm doing. But other than that, the GoPro getting hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. We on to the next one. Thanks for watching. All right, HVAC people, so on this one here, I collected all the data loggers that, shout out to Tech for sending the data loggers. So I got a total of 6 data loggers here. Remember, they had 6 thermostats, or you call it 6 zones. So I have them listed as such. So number 1, I have the study. Number 2, I have a master bedroom. Number 3, I have the open area. And I have them marked on the logger, so I know what's what. And number 4, kitchen area. And I got a 5 for the homeowner office, and 6 is the back, 2 back bedrooms. All right, so the data loggers, I'm gonna start for number 1. This number 1 right here. So this will be the study area. So I'm gonna share my screen because this is a USB port. So I'm gonna stick this in my desktop, and we're going to get the reports for study number 1. Remember, so today is Wednesday the 26th. I installed these Monday, so we should have 3 days worth of data. So I'm gonna share my screen. All right, screen sharing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. All right, so it just lit up. That's number 1. All right, so window, I'm gonna share this. So I'm gonna share my screen here. So this is data logger number 1. Let's see here. See how well you can see that. Let's do the full screen. This data logger number 1. All right, so this is in Celsius, so I'm gonna have to convert this. I'm gonna reach out to Tech and find out if I can't keep this in, Fahrenheit or Celsius. So this is the study right here. And you see the highest was 25 degrees Celsius. Let's see what that is real quick. Let's say around about 77. And I meant to put the set point on here too, but that's 77. And they had this area, that study area, set to around, I think 77 or around that area right there. As you can see, the average is about 24. So 24, let's do 24. So about 75 degrees. So I think they had the thermostat at 75, okay? So as you can see, we got an average about 75 degrees. And we can get a date, as you can see, 7/24, which was on Monday. It started at 7/24/2023. Yeah, so about 4:08 p.m. all the way to today, which is 7/26, and that's at 11:20. So I would have to set, because I know I started these in the morning, so I would have to set the time zones on here. So I'm gonna find out how I set the correct time zones, and how can I check the unit or change the units to Fahrenheit. But you see total times almost 2 days, pretty much 1 day, 23 hours and 43 minutes. It looked like we can set an alarm status if we wanted to. So login summary. So I'm going to download this right here, and I'll be able to either print or download and send this to the customer. Okay, so I'm gonna print one out and I'm gonna download this. As you can see how useful these can be. All right, because I'm also with the data log, I want to see how hot it is getting in my vehicle or my truck. So I'm gonna put one in the cab and I'm gonna put one inside the cabinet. A lot of my glue and stuff like that prematurely get damaged because of the heat. I want to see how hot it is. I'm just curious. See how hot it is. All right, so you can see I have my data log, I have my data printed out, as you can see. So you can see how useful these data logs can be. So I'm gonna share one more with you. One was a concern about the master bedroom. I think I was having thermostat issues, or the damper was getting stuck or wasn't calling for it. So number 2 is the master bedroom. And I've been having them monitor that for a couple days until I was able to replace those dampers. So let me find number 2 on here. And I'm just curious. I think number 2, I know it was set for 75. So let's see if it's in 75. If you recall on the video, when I first got there, it was like 80 some degrees in the master bedroom. So I'll be able to monitor that also. So these are, you can see, y'all come with some use cases where you can use these. You have a customer complain, so you can just drop these up here and come back, and you can monitor your temperature. All right, so I'm gonna stick this in my USB port. All right, so I got number 2 in my USB port. I'm gonna share my screen with you. All right. Okay, so this is number 2. This would be the bedroom unit. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit more for you. So this is my bedroom unit. Back this a little bit. All right, so temperatures, device code, tiny USB 10, serial number. So you can keep better logs with your serial number. And also it comes with the log forms also. I've got them down in my truck. So if you was in a plant or a warehouse or something, and it comes with a sticky pad, so you can stick it on something. But you can log all this information in and where exactly do you have the unit mounted. Okay, so start mode was manual, start delay 30 minutes. Okay, so had a 30-minute start delay on there. You see the log intervals is 12 minutes, so it's gonna log every 12 minutes. All right, so as you can see, 24 is my highest. I think that's 75, wasn't it? Let's see here. That's about 75 degrees. Average is 23.5 for that master bedroom. So we get an average of 74 degrees right there. So I would say that unit is working correctly now. Okay. So we got an average about 74 degrees. And you see my time lapse, 1 day, that's about 2 days, 1 day, 23 hours. Total points, 240. Like I say, so my experienced technicians out there, you can find ways to make these data logs beneficial for you. I imagine you can set these on top of the condenser if you want to manage your discharge air temperature coming from your condenser coil. You can probably stick it in one of the fins if you want to monitor, the in and out. I know y'all can think of a lot of use cases y'all can use with these data loggers. Anybody interested in purchase any Elitech equipment, tools, data loggers, gauges, scales, you name it. You can go to their website. You can find it in the link in the description below. I think my discount code is WW HVAC 10, so you'll get additional discounts if you use my referral code or that coupon code I just gave you. So as always, thanks for watching. That's troubleshooting some zone systems, installing some actuators, and using these data loggers for the first time. Like I say, I'm gonna do some more experimenting with these right here. These came with 10 in the pack. Like I say, these can be very useful. I think they're rated for so many degrees below 0 and so many degrees above 100 Fahrenheit. So you can stick these in freezers and stuff like that. Walk-in coolers and freezers. So these can be very useful. So, but all right, HVAC people, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna get up out of here. All right.